Hello, beautiful soul. My name is Angelica. Whether you are new to my channel or returning, welcome. But make no mistake, Source, your guides brought you here for a reason. There is something that you need to hear in this message. And then keep in mind, my messages, they're more like transmissions, right? Transmissions of energy, of codes, of thought, of wisdom, divine wisdom that you get to then use your intuition and discernment to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, right? So let's kind of get into it. What I'm feeling, who I'm connecting to, I was literally hearing golden child. Halekia. So this is going to be a little bit of a different reading. It's more, there's going to be just like a straight ass channeling. Halaya makoa, I'm going to channel your higher self. Makahia natakia nata. Kia lahama. Sa ene mahua kiata. And in order, makiata, I'm just going to attune myself to your higher self. Halekia maka amataku umaya. I'm speaking directly to a golden child. You thought, because the programming here can be tricksy, right? You thought you were a black sheep, but no, you're actually the golden child. Well, I want you to let that sink in, because you thought you were a black sheep. You thought you were a black sheep, but in actuality, you came here to be a golden child. You came here to be a chosen one, right? The golden child, the golden one, the chosen one. This is what I'm hearing. It literally came in straight through source, straight from source. Golden child, I need you to talk to the golden children. Okay. You thought you were a black sheep, but you're actually a golden child. You have the golden Christed codes inside of your DNA. Lahaya komokoye. You're here for a big mission. Kakiala. And a lot of you are actually associated with and maybe even still work with the Ashtar command. Those who work with this command are usually typically very rebellious. Very rebellious. They are they usually come to me, or the way that I would interpret the energy of the Ashtar command is something similar to the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're this like ragtag team. They're not really the ragtags though. They have had specific experiences, life's experiences that made them epically, miraculously, and precisely equipped to do what they needed to do. It made them equipped in all of those ways to be a guardian of the galaxy, to stand up for what is right, to do what is right, to be a living embodiment of what is right. And not just what is right, because we can get there can be a lot of polarity, there can be a lot of distortion. It's about bringing harmony and balance to the places in the multiverse that have been hijacked, where there has been calamity and folly, and all of this chaos has been created. You are here to balance, to be a balance point, to be pillar of balance, a pillar of light, a pillar of truth. Lekiahayama, Lekiahayama umaaka, Lekiahaima lakuama ayata, Kituaya, Akaya lakamat. You came to earth at this time to awaken and to merge back with Source, to remember yourself and why you're here. I'm hearing that you chose to take on this identity of the black sheep because it would give you the profound, like, because once you turned all of that around, once you alchemized all that energy, it would give you profound realizations about who you actually are. Your magic, your pure magic in human form is what I hear. Hetekia lahaya kumat. Kia kana tawasikia laka. I'm hearing to say, no, you're not crazy. You were programmed. You might have been programmed to think you were crazy. You might have been gaslit to think you were crazy. You're not crazy. You're the golden child. You're here to break the chains. You're here to break the cycles. You're here to be a divinely aligned rebellious soul that in their rebellion, it's a sacred act of dismantling the old systems, a sacred act of destruction, and simply a sacred act. You being that, like, I don't know if you realize, like, I'm having like epiphanies. So I don't know if you realize, like, the level of just like the levels that are going on here. It's like you, and it's funny because it's like, oh, you think you're like this black sheep, but you're actually this like high level ascended master that's done this many times. And it's just like from your current human avatar, you can't possibly fathom the level that you're actually operating at, being a golden one, being the golden child. But it's through that golden frequency, the golden Christed frequency, or the Christ consciousness frequency, whatever you resonate with. It's the golden frequency or the golden ratio frequency. There's something there about that too. This golden frequency is who you are. This golden frequency is helping you to remember. Literally put the pieces of your human puzzle back together. Something I've noticed in my own healing, like every time, because I've been doing this since 2017. And it's like, since then, oh my God, back then I was paralyzed mentally, emotionally, spiritually, even physically. And now my energy is so much clearer, so much sharper, so much more discerning. And I've done a lot of work. I've done a lot of work to get here. And so have you. There is this, like that. Oh, what I was going to say is, what I was going to say was, in that comparison from like who I was to now, just in the way that I feel, I'm like, I literally feel put together. People oftentimes, because we're so fragmented, because our consciousness has been so divided and fragmented, we oftentimes don't realize how fragmented we actually are until we put some pieces back together and we're like, damn, that's crazy. It's one of those things that you actually have to do the work in order to have that realization. And you can't have that realization until you actually do the work. So I'm speaking to someone that's done the work. You've done the work. You are not the black sheep. Like, I want you to understand, at least this is how it's coming to me. I want you to understand that there are certain spiritual concepts that get hijacked. And it feels like the black sheep thing could be one of those things. Maybe not for everybody all the time. You know what I mean? It's not like black and white, but that's the sensing of what it's coming through here. Of that story, as empowering as it was, may have been hijacked in your consciousness. And if that's still in your subconsciousness, there are blind spots and holes. Like those blind spots, you can't see them. You don't realize what's there. You can be manipulated by those unconscious things. And so it feels like this narrative of being the black sheep has also been a little bit of it's just been this subtle little seed that creates this story of doubt. Like I don't belong, like I'm just not from here. I hate this place. I hate people. It's like this little seed, insidious seed that just is planted in your unconscious, and it doesn't even have to like loudly emit these stories. It can like ever so gently emit these stories of like, I'm not enough. I don't belong. I don't like this place. I want to go home. No, my friends, you are here to be a powerful pillar of light, of truth, of embodied fucking wisdom. You're not here to play in this black sheep narrative. You're the fucking golden child. You're not the black sheep. Source wanted to bring this to you today. Your guides wanted to bring it to you today because they need you to let go of this idea that you're the black sheep. It's time. For the reasons I just said, like, because it's like this little narrative. It's creating this narrative, this identity of being the black sheep is creating this narrative in your field that is I'm hearing a solid point of attraction that you're still attracting from. I'm the black sheep. I don't belong. I'm not supported, right? There's so many things. It's like it's the wounds of the first 3 chakras, all culminated in that one little identity of being the black sheep. And that can block so much of your abundance, of your confidence, of like just receiving who you are, being rooted in who you are, knowing that you belong. Like, so much. I need you to know that you are the golden child of the 144,000 frequency. These are frequencies. This is your frequency. This is your frequency. You are of the golden ray, the golden. That's interesting. It's like what's being connected is like the the golden child that we're talking about, being connected to the golden ray. This is what brings in the golden age. Ooh, wow, that gave me goosebumps. This is what brings in the golden age, the golden children. You're a golden child. If you're seeing this, if you made it this far, you are the golden child. You're the golden child. You need to get rid of this identity. You need to stop thinking of yourself as the black sheep, because that's not you. That was a nice little identity for a minute, for a while, to help get you kind of feeling more in that rebellious energy. But rebellion needs balance too, because if you rebel too much, then you're just rebelling against everything without purpose. This needs to be a very balanced and aligned, intentional. I'm a rebel with fucking purpose. I don't just rebel against everything. Oh, no, no, no. I'm attuned. I'm clocking everything. I see everything. And with that, all right, then I move with intentionality, with strategy, with purpose, with precision, with focus, with clarity. The black sheep narrative isn't that. It's, I don't belong, I'm not worthy, I'm not seen, everybody, like, I'm the one that everybody dumps all their shit on, right? You're the scapegoat. Do you see how that identity is keeping you locked in a narrative and in a mental landscape that are creating an emotional landscape of feeling disconnected from who you actually are? I need you to see this, my friend, because you are not the black sheep. You never were. You were always the golden child. You came here to be of the golden Christed frequency, the golden flame frequency, the 144,000 frequency. This is also an activation, is what I'm hearing. I need you to remember this, because the programming of I'm a black sheep, it goes deep. It goes deep, deep. I'm hearing, just notice, just recognize when you say something, when something comes out of your mouth, or you think something that is associated or on that same frequency of the black sheep. I'm not worthy, I don't belong, I don't like it here, whatever it is. I just want you to start recognizing and noticing this, because this is part of an old identity that Source is saying, like, this identity is keeping you, I'm hearing stuck, trapped in an old timeline, in an old version of yourself. You just keep looping. You're just going to keep looping. This is part of the ingenious that the elite, I even heard them recently referred to as bottom feeders, and I really like that. And I was like, oh, that's interesting because they're parasites, they're parasitic. So interesting. But like, there is a reason. It's just, there's a reason why they don't want you to be in your power. There's a reason why they hijack this narrative. Because if you actually came into and stepped into the golden flame frequency, the Christ consciousness frequency, and stepped into your power and owned your power, it'd be all done for them. And there was something else I was going to say, and if it needs to come back, it'll come back. But yeah, yeah, there's something about like the identity. This old identity needs to go. This old identity needs to go. It's attached to an old story, an old timeline, an old version of you that needs to be let go at this time. This is not you anymore, 21:21 on the clock. As I said that, this isn't you. It was never meant to be you. It was only ever meant to be a temporary identity that you would transcend and evolve past and grow out of, because you realized that the other narrative wasn't actually serving you. Okay? You're divinely chosen. You choose yourself. You chose yourself for this life. Okay? God chose you for this life. This is meant to be your most epic life yet. But you ain't gonna get fucking epic hanging on to this black sheep bullshit. You're not the black sheep. You're the golden motherfucking child that came to break the cycles, break the fucking chains, rebel against the things, create bridges, create new systems, help break down the old, because that's divine destruction. Like, out of chaos, organization is what happens next. Okay? You're here to help deconstruct with that golden frequency, because it's powerful. It's so fucking powerful. You don't even realize the power that's moving and coursing through you at any given. Like, it's so amazing. You're not a black sheep, my friend. You're God's chosen one. You choose yourself. Okay? That's what chosen one means. You choose yourself. God chose you. You chose you. That means you chosen. Because you are God. Okay, my friends. I'm hearing that, like, all right, that you've got the message. Feel free to let me, like, if you've made it to this point in the video, if you made it to the end of this video, if you made it to this video, if you made it to the end of this video, comment, I am the golden child down below. Leave a little yellow heart. I am the golden child. Let me know if this is you, because you came here for big things. And those big things are not the person that holds the identity of the black sheep can't do those things because it's not in their identity. Okay? That's not your identity either. I needed you to remember this. Source needed you to remember this. Your guides, your high spiritual team needed you to know this today. I love you. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all of the things, and I'll see you in the next one, my friend. I love you.